What's going on? Bowman 1951 here. I know it has been a long time since I've continued my journey of the Bowman 51 set here on my channel. Why I have the name I do. I am close to now 60 cards behind showing everybody. However, I've got a new package out here that's going to knock out about half of those. I definitely haven't shown off this Hank Majewski out here on the left, a 6.5, or this Jerry Coleman on the right here, which is a PSA 6. But those will be coming in a future video. I've explained before, just falling behind, doing too much other work on my card show, and just, I don't know, didn't lose passion for it per se because I'm still collecting them. The time it takes to put these videos together. But this coming up here is pretty timely. So none other than our lovely Brian Roth, BROTH6, found a collection recently, and it was loaded with everything, I think, from maybe down to the late 40s Bowman, definitely some 52s in there, and I jumped on the 51s when I saw him post them in his card soup group. And I might have submitted one PSA card in the past in my set, but for the most part I have purchased these on the secondary market because I don't always trust cards potentially not being trimmed, and you following along in the hobby last couple of weeks with Evan Mathis and trimming the vintage cards. It's really gross. I want to have good source material, and there's nobody better to trust than Brian. So he sent me 31 raw cards in here, and we're gonna go through those. This is the first look I've even seen of them. I trust him enough where he was looking at centering on them and then sending along the ones that were best centered, because that was my request. Probably some of them have creases. Probably some of them have surface issues. Don't really care all that much. We'll go through them again to see which might look best for grading. I don't know if I'll send all 31 along, but here we go. We're not gonna spend too much time on each one. And I can already see a bunch of them are in rough shape. Go with the best one of the group. Not in the best shape here, but it is a well-centered Bob Feller. You can see the surface issues there. Let's take a look at the back. As a follower of the set, you may know, I think huge majority, 1 out of every like 3 cards has the staining problems on the back there too. So this looks like what, a 1.5 at best. I'm gonna go out and figure out what those costs in that range of like 1 to 2 at a PSA. See if it's worth it to spend, I think, $19 a card right now to get these graded. So here we go. Wow. Let's give them the smell test. They smell like old cardboard.
Few things smell as good as fresh cards.
I don't get to do that a lot with my slabbed Bowmans already because obviously the smell does not leak through. But we've got a Jackie Jensen here for the Yankees. Zach Taylor. I'd say most of these are going to be in the 2 to 3 range. George Munger. Seeing some creases on there. Del Crandall. So what I did was provided Brian with my PSA set registry to find out which ones I don't currently have, and then get those in raw form. Eddie Yost. Bob Elliott, Boston Braves. Love adding to the collection of the Boston Braves. I don't remember how many are also in the high number set. I think there were about 3 to 6 in total there. Billy Johnson, this is a great card. Don't see that all that often, but you see the crease going through the middle there. Definitely going to come in at a 1. Russ Meyer. Stan Lapata. Love that deep blue color in the background there. That one may have a chance at like a 3. Earl Torgerson. I thought I had this card. Maybe I have it in raw form already. But it definitely didn't show up in my registry. Sherman Lawler. Andy Pafko, I'm sorry. Should have known that one. Kurt Simmons. I'm trying to figure out if that's like a print line at the top. Looks like it is. Otherwise, in pretty good shape. Willie Jones. Oops, skipped one. We got Swish Nicholson. So right now, as I'm going through these, we're looking at probably about a half that I'll be sending in for grading. Bruce Edwards. This one's pretty solid. Take a look at the back of this one. Not seeing any creases. Centering's okay. Corners are a little rough. And we've got no stains on the back. Might pull a 3.5 to a possible 4 if I'm lucky. Eddie Lake. Fred Hutchinson. 31. Raw Bowmans in hand. This is so great. Almost a 10th of the set in total. Aaron Robinson. Rex Barney. Brooklyn Dodgers. Pete Suter. I also love, too, that all of these cards, because I haven't added them to my set before, they're all fairly fresh to me in terms of never really seeing them before. Chuck Deering. Sid Hudson. I thought I had a Sid before. I'll have to go double check that one. Sibby Sisti. Another Boston Braves. Buddy Kerr. Boston Braves. Irv Palika, Brooklyn Dodgers. Bob Kane, looks to be in pretty good shape. Don't know who Bob plays for, the Detroit Tigers. Go on the back. Billy Cox. Wonder how rare, too, these Brooklyn Dodgers are. And how tough they are to get, because I'm sure there's a lot of collectors out there for Dodgers-related items. Bobby Shantz. And finally, Johnny Groth. So what I'm going to do here through the magic of editing, I'm going to pick these up and find out which ones on the back are the high numbers. Be right back. Okay, so I went through them all. I was a little surprised. I thought I had 3 of them reading back on our exchanges, but I was only able to find for sure one of them. Zach Taylor here, card number 315. Now, you would think I knew how far back the high numbers start. This one could be on the cusp. It's 249. I can't remember exactly where those high number series began, but this one could be touching the border of that for the full set. Just one last thing I want to do before I end this video too is researching the Bob Feller here, and PSA 2s are going in the $75 range. This one's likely going to end up at a 1, but because of the centering, I think it's worth it to send this off to get it added to the set registry. If I decide to upgrade later, so be it. Also, I did go back and look at Jackie Jensen because the high numbers start at 253. It's the last 72 cards of the set. We got 274 here. Jackie Jensen is for sure a high number. Thanks so much for watching. I love bringing my set build together for you, and of course, whatever I decide to send out, when those grades come back, I'll do like a live review on camera to get those added to the registry. So much fun. And all these combined cards will now put me at least over the 50% mark, if not close to 55 or so, once we decide what to add to that set. So thanks so much for watching. Great fun reveal today for all these raw cards coming in from a BROTH6. Thank you so much again. We will see you at the next video. Bowman 1951 out.